Hi, I'm Denise Miller, your Leadership Lady Live, and today we'll be talking about retiring unhealthy team habits. Before I go further, I'd ask you to remember to like, to subscribe, to share, and to invite. As we complete this first week of the fourth quarter challenge, where we're focused on your health, I'm not just asking about physical health, I'm talking about the health of your leadership, which we spoke about previously, and the health of your team. If you're not a part of this challenge, I'll tell you how to join it because this is the kind of conversation that we need to work through together. Today's question is critical. What unhealthy team habits need to be retired, not improved, not managed, but totally retired, eliminated, ended? Your team has developed habits over time that are slowly poisoning your culture. And if you don't call them out, name them and retire them, they will carry through this fourth quarter into 2026 and beyond. The three most toxic team habits that I generally see are first, gossip culture. Instead of addressing concerns directly with the people who can resolve them, team members mention a little something to one team member and then another team member. Then rumors begin to multiply as people mention them to others, and there's a network of whispered complaints with no actual resolutions or results. The second toxic habit, burnout culture, is big in the US, where overwork is celebrated. Rest is seen as weakness, and the implicit message is if you're not sacrificing yourself, you're not committed. The third toxic habit, poor communication cycles. Communication among team members is unclear. People withhold information to maintain control or power. There are passive aggressive comments. One thing is said when another is actually meant. There are way too many meetings, and the outcomes of those meetings are really inconclusive because the information disseminated was not clear. We can take some steps to resolve and eliminate these toxic cultures. Eliminating gossip culture. Understand that gossip doesn't just damage relationships, it destroys psychological safety among your team members. They stop contributing fully. They protect themselves instead of collaborating. Retire it by having a team meeting where you establish a direct conversation agreement. The rule is simple. If you have an issue with someone, you talk to that person first, not about them to others. Make it clear if the person comes to you with a complaint about another team member, your first question will be, have you spoken to them directly? If the answer is no, then you're going to make them go back to the source. The key to making change is you. Always remember that your team members are going to follow your lead. When you model it, then team members will understand that you mean it. How we resolve burnout culture, the second toxic habit. Burnout doesn't create high performance. It creates exhaustion. It creates resentment and it causes turnover. You can retire it by first auditing your own behavior. Again, people are going to do what you do. Praise team members for setting boundaries, for taking vacation days, for managing their time. When you are the one who celebrates hustle, you'll get hustle until people burn out. The second thing is to establish a sustainable work norm. Have a conversation with your team about what sustainable excellence looks like. What are the real expectations around response times? What does a healthy workload look like? What boundaries should everyone respect no matter what? Discourage the subtle toxic norms that I mentioned earlier. Publicly celebrate balance. When someone delivers excellent work and maintains healthy boundaries. Name that specifically. Call it out in that person. The third toxic habit, poor communication cycle, doesn't just waste time, it erodes trust. When people cannot rely on clear, timely, honest information, they start operating in self-protection mode. Retire it by establishing communications protocols that everyone agrees to. You should most of all emphasize clarity. We say what we mean directly and respectfully. Timeliness. We share information when it's relevant, not when it's convenient. Transparency. We explain the why behind the decisions, not just the what. Then create feedback loops. Confirm understanding rather than assuming what was said was understood. When someone violates these protocols, address it immediately. Now, here's your implementation plan. Identify one unhealthy habit that's toxic to your team's culture right now. Don't try to fix everything at once, just pick one. Name it specifically with your team. Don't dance around it, be upfront. Team, we have a gossip problem. Or we've created a burnout culture. Here's how I see it showing up with the team. Or team, we need to take time to communicate well and effectively. Then co-create the replacement behavior that you want to see. Don't mandate it, discuss it. When people help create a solution, they're more likely to be invested in following the solution. Monitor and reinforce. For the next 30 days, catch people doing it right. And when they do, acknowledge it. Let other team members know that you see what's going on. When someone sets a boundary, celebrate it. When someone communicates clearly, name it. The bottom line is this: unhealthy team habits don't retire themselves. They require intentional leadership, intentional focus. Name those habits, confront them, and then replace them intentionally with better behaviors. The health of your team directly impacts the success of your fourth quarter and the trajectory of your success for 2026. You can't build a high performing team on a foundation of gossip, burnout, and poor communication. If you're realizing that your team needs this kind of reset, the fourth quarter challenge is where we're doing it. We started on October 7th. We'll go straight through to December 31st, and you can join us. We're working through real issues in real time with real support, and there'll be a community for you to become involved with. Remember that retiring these toxic habits is a lot bigger than just fixing what was broken. And if you would like to join something that will help you even further, you can join my Put Your Dreams to the Test Mastermind, which will be starting on Tuesday evening, October 21st. We will run for 5 weeks from 7:30 to 8:30 each evening. The mastermind will help you think about where you want to go, what dreams you have, whether they're personal or with your team. And it gives you a great way to implement the possibilities that you're considering for 2026. Also, if you're a woman in transition, our R4 cohort begins Saturday, and there is room for you in this powerful cohort. Visit my website or email me, Denise M at dlmstrategiesltd.com. I encourage you to choose to retire one toxic team habit. Your team's health depends on it.